What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the FIFA 17 career mode. This is episode number 50, and as you can see by the title and the duration of this video, I've got something very special for you guys today as a thank you from me to you to say cheers for all the support on this series so far. Today, guys, we have a live transfer deadline day and also a big game versus Chelsea as well, which is also played live, and the episode is going to be about 40 minutes long as well. So I really do hope you guys enjoy this series, and for new viewers to the channel, you won't know this, but the old subscribers will know. This is a tradition on my channel where in my first career mode of the year, I make a special episode when we reach 50 or 100 in a series, and it's a longer episode than normal. There's more stuff going on than normal, and hopefully you guys really enjoy this. It should be a lot of fun. So thank you so much for all supporting the series so far. 50 episodes in now, and to say thank you, here is a special episode which I really hope you guys enjoy. So we start off there with a used monthly report, a scouting report even, and also Hayden Coulson looks like he's leaving the club as well, a random young left back we have who's just come back from loan. And also we start the episode off as well, a special episode with a new signing as well. Mohamed Salah has joined Middlesbrough. He's the latest player to put pen to paper and agree a deal here at the Riverside Stadium. He comes in for £28 million, and what a bargain. 84 overall, 26 years old, joins from Roma, valued at £29.5 million, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, absolutely rapid. What a bargain that is, as Coulson does go to Barnet there for £180,000. And as Salah comes in, the latest signing for us, we've made some great deals in this summer transfer window already, and it's not over yet either. So the latest player comes in, and as we go into the first game of today's episode, this is how our team is currently looking. I've got to say, we've assembled a really great squad here for Season 3. I'm laying down my intentions. I want us to win the title this year, and I think we've got the squad that's capable of doing it.
They should be able to play on a wider front now, Alan, shouldn't they, with the signing of this winger?
Yeah, they were a bit narrow, I thought, previously, so this will widen the pitch a bit. Should be a good addition.
And as we come into the first game of today's episode here, Salah will also make his debut as well on the right-hand side of midfield. 3 new players for our team this year in the first 11, Barbosa, Cancelo, and also the new man Salah as well. Pretty excited for this game, coming on the back of our 2-0 win over Leicester in the season opener, where Barbosa scored a brace on his debut as well. Taking on the Saints, of course, 2 of our players now play for Southampton, I should say 2 of our former players, in Victor Valdez, in Victor Fisher, and it was almost a goal for our former Southampton player as well for us. James Ward-Prowse putting the ball just wide the post there, as it was still 0-0 as we made the brighter start. In the 24th minute though, another chance for us to take the lead here as we went in search of our first away win of the season. Barbosa scored a brace in the first game, sent Menendez down the left-hand side, did well to beat his man with heel-to-heel flick, drilled the ball into the centre and picked out Saido Berahino, who put it past his former teammate Victor Valdez, as the Spaniard, now at the ripe old age of 2019, couldn't stop that shot. He's too old, he could barely move. Berahino gets on the end of the Menendez drill cross, a great assist by Menendez too, after heel-to-heel flick there, took it around his man, drilled it in and picked out the former West Brom striker for his first goal of the season. So 3 goals already for us this year, and all 3 scored by our new strike duo of Saido and Gabriel Barbosa. So 1-0 to the Borough at the break. I thought we did deserve our lead as well. The Saints did almost hit back there just before half-time as well, but that header went just wide of the post. And 13 minutes after the restart here, a good chance for us to double our lead. Diego cuts inside here and beats Cedric. Couple of nice skills, gets himself inside the shoot, but Valdez makes the save there and denies his former Spanish teammate. So still 1-0 to the Borough. Late on in the game though, the Saints had a good chance here to equalise and prevent us from getting all 3 points. Shane Long was played for, but Gianluigi Donnarumma came flying off his line, Manuel Neuer style, shut down the angles and made a really great save on the one-on-one as we kept the score at 1-0 and held on for the 3 points as well. So no debut goal for Salah, but we don't mind because we get the 3 points. That's the most important thing. It wasn't the most action-packed of games either, but we did enough. That's all that matters, and we make it back-to-back wins to start the season off. So delighted with that, and I found it quite interesting too, because of course Valdez started this game in goal for Southampton, but there was no Victor Fisher at all, not even on the bench. So why sign him if you're not going to play him, right? But but still, we got the win. That's all I care about. Menendez with the assist, Berahino with a goal, and it is a winning start to season 3. 2 from 2, first against Leicester, now against Southampton, and also as well 2 clean sheets from our first 2 games as well. Quite important because, of course, last season we weren't very good defensively, but still following the game, as you could see here, we had a transfer offer for Gaston Ramirez. Now, of course, Liverpool put in a bid for Ramirez a couple episodes ago, or last episode, thinking about it, but of course we ended up stupidly counter-offering and asking for too much money, which they weren't going to give us. But Athletic Bilbao came in for our Uruguayan playmaker, said to give us £12.5 million for him, and I was like, seriously? I know he's out of contract in the summer, but he's surely worth at least his valuation, £16 million. I'll take that for him, but let's be honest here, I'm not settling on any lower than that. He's still a very good player, and still someone I do have a lot of time for in our squad.
We're looking for energy in midfield, which I think the manager is, from what we've been talking to him about. And a new signing today with that in mind, I guess.
Yeah, I thought they'd looked a bit short, a bit flat actually in midfield previously, and he is a creative player as well.
And as we come into the second game of today's episode here, we will now take on Oxford United, the lower league opposition, travelling to the Riverside Stadium here in the EFL Cup second round. Now, of course, last season we lost at home to Nottingham Forest, another lower league side here at the Riverside Stadium, as we were dumped out in the earliest round for us. And for this game as well, I rested the entire team as you would expect. There was also a debut as well for Traore, Yaya Touré's regen, so excited to see how the Ivorian would do through the middle of the park for us. But coming into this game, we started off really well, had a couple of early chances, all falling for Tammy Abraham, but Simon Eastwood, the Oxford goalkeeper, made a couple of great saves in quick succession, and then that shot by Tammy was cleared off the line. So still 0-0. Another chance in the 90th minute, Traore fed Ramirez through here, but a guy courted by Bilbao was also denied by Simon Eastwood, and it was still 0-0. And from the follow-up cross by Abraham, Ramirez tried 2 bicycle kicks, but 2 times could not make any connection with the ball. So still 0-0. In the 31st minute though, yet another chance for Middlesbrough. We were looking very good early on here. Ramirez with the back heel found Tammy Abraham, who hit the post, so a few good chances for Tammy early on, but still couldn't score. And check out the stats at half time as well. We'd had 10 shots and 7 on target in the first half, but still couldn't find the back of the net, as Eastwood was playing really well in the Oxford goal. In the second half as well, more to come here. 6 minutes after the restart, Gaston Ramirez denied by Eastwood as the Uruguayan here, looking to prove his true valuation, but denied by the goalkeeper. And from the corner, Theo Bongonda got his head to the ball, but couldn't score his first goal for the club as the Belgian heads over. So still 0-0. 15 minutes to go, still deadlocked at 0-0. Once again, Eastwood denied Josh Oliver this time, as we were still deadlocked at 0-0. And late on in the game, how about this? Oxford United almost won the game with one of their first chances of the game, as we ticked into stoppage time. That shot hit in the post, and we got the ball clear. So final score, Middlesbrough 0, Oxford 0. The game went into extra time, and I was sitting here thinking, how on earth have we got an extra 30 minutes of this? Because we were so on top in this game. 14 shots and 10 on target, but we just couldn't find the back of the net. So into extra time we went. We started off quite well in the extra time first half too. Josh Oliver striking this shot just wide of the post, and it was still 0-0. And just before half time in the first half, another chance here. Oliver once again sent down this right hand side. Maguire could not keep up with the former Spurs boy, who kept on going, got himself inside the area, played it inside towards Tammy, who hit the underside of the bar. It didn't cross the line, though it came down and eventually was turned behind for a corner. So it was still 0-0, and that basically summed the game up. We were trying so hard, but just couldn't find the back of the net. The final chance fell with 1 minute to go in extra time here, as Matt Target was sent down the left-hand side. We were still somehow tied at 0-0, but he found Ramirez, almost out of energy, who found Cameron Green off the bench, and the 17-year-old makes his mark with his first pro goal on his debut for Middlesbrough. And how about that? We were seconds away from a penalty shootout, and Cameron Green pulls out the party tricks, takes it round his man with the McGeady spin, and then fires the ball into the top corner to rescue us and send us through to the next round of the EFL Cup. Took his time, held the ball up, shielded off the number 3, and then the McGeady spin to beat him, and what a finish as well, and what a way to announce yourself on the stage here at the Riverside Stadium. 17 years old, comes off the bench and wins us the game with a goal on his debut in spectacular fashion. That was absolutely fantastic. I didn't want to give anything away there as we were coming towards the final whistle. I wanted to leave you in suspense. Will we find a winning goal? Yes, we were. Cameron Green sends us through. That was absolutely incredible. So it was hard work and one of the most frustrating wins I've ever had, I think. But in the end, we got there thanks to Cameron Green's late winner. So I'm absolutely delighted about that. Through to the next round, and we have the 17-year-old to thank for bailing us out. For Simon Eastwood, the poor guy, he thought he was going into the shootouts to perform some more heroics. Sadly not, though. He was beaten by a moment of magic from Cameron Green. So full time 1-0. It wasn't the best of wins. We get there in the end. That is the most important thing. So delighted with that. 202 to start today's episode off. And now, guys, we are going to move into the live part of today's episode as well. What you're going to see in the next 30 minutes is deadline day, a live deadline day, and also a big game against Chelsea as well. So just want to say real briefly before we move on, a big thank you for supporting the series so far. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the episode so far and also what's to come as well. Much love to you all. Sit back, enjoy deadline day, and once again, a big thank you from me to you for all the support on the series so far. Much love and enjoy the rest of the episode. Okay guys, so welcome to the live part of episode number 50. I really hope you guys are enjoying the episode so far. If you are, then please do consider leaving a like, because likes are much appreciated. Obviously, we're moving into deadline day, 2 advances before we get there, and it's going to be played live, and I'm very excited for it, but I really don't know what's going to happen on deadline day. I mean, I really don't, because we've got £20 million in our budget right now, 124 grand on the wage budget too. We're probably going to sign someone on deadline day, but I have literally no idea who it's going to be, which is why it's going to be so surprising and really unexpected, because I genuinely don't know what target to go after. There's a few players on our shortlist right now, but when you look at our squad, I think it's good enough. Like, I think this squad is good enough to challenge for the title this season. We came so close last year to winning it. I think we got the talent to get us the title this year, but I still feel as though we need 1 or 2 more signings, and we got the money to bring those players in, but I genuinely don't know who to look for on deadline day. Possibly a new centre-back. That is probably looking most likely, but I genuinely don't know who to go after. So I'll quickly show you my shortlist before the first advance. I'll show you who's on there right now. There's lots and lots of players, but the players I'm most likely going to go in for on deadline day are these guys right here. John Stones, 81 overall, Manchester City right now, 24 years old. Mauricio Lemos, who I've heard a lot about, but never had him before. And also Marquinhos as well. So one of these 3 new centre-backs, I'll probably go in for all of them on deadline day and see what kind of deal I can do. Cheapskate Docs, back at it again. And I guess we'll have to wait and see. So let's go in advance and see what the first emails we get are and whether we can make it a deadline day before we're stopped. However, just before that, we've got 3 emails in our inbox right now, and they're all match rescheduled emails, which means we've just had our Champions League group drawn. So before we get into deadline day, let's actually find out who we've got in the Champions League. That'll be kind of exciting. Our first year in the Champions League this season, the top European competition. What teams will we face in our group? Well, we'll find out in just a moment's time when the game stops being so laggy. So we've got in our Champions League group, dun 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 dun. This is a really slow build up, isn't it? What have we got in our Champions League group? Come on. We have got Borussia Dortmund, Lyon, and Anderlecht. So those are the teams we'll be facing in the Champions League. And also, I just remembered, we lost to Dortmund in the Europa League semi-finals last season. So a chance for revenge. They knocked us out last year to go on to the Europa League final where they lost. We'll be taking them on in the Champions League group. That's going to be really exciting. The French side Lyon as well, and the Belgian team Anderlecht. That's our Champions League group, and that's definitely possible to get through. Like that's a group we can get through. They're decent sides, all 3 of those teams, but I think we can get through that group and get into the qualifiers, and possibly qualifiers, knockout rounds, and possibly top in the group as well. So excited for the Dortmund games, and that's a group we can get through. And now it was time for transfer deadline day. Then we're about to work our magic with 10 hours on the clock. What players are going to bring in? Well, we've got an email straight away, and it's a transfer offer for Cameron Green, who scored the game winner against Oxford. It's Borussia Dortmund that want to take him for £475,000. How about that? What a story it would be if I'd sell the 17-year-old to Dortmund, the side that knocked us out of the Europa League last year in the semis, and he turned out to be an absolute monster for the German team. It would be kind of an interesting story arc, wouldn't it? But we're going to keep him here. I want him to be a good guy, not a bad guy. Cameron Green stays. He's not going to Dortmund. Come on, that's a silly offer there. He's staying with us. The 17-year-old goes nowhere. And I'm going to go ahead and put some bids in for the guys on the shortlist straight away. Again, I really don't know what player I would prefer out of the 3. Probably Lamos for a change, because I've had the other two before. In fact, have I had Stones before? I'm just thinking, I don't think I've had Stones before. You know, I've got a lot of loyal fans on my channel, and I really appreciate it very, very much. It amazes me that so many people have watched so many episodes I've put out on YouTube of so many different series. But if you've been someone that's watched, you know, multiple series I've done, could you leave me a comment and tell me when I've had John Stones? Because I've got to be honest here, I don't think I've ever had him before. So this could be the possible first time we've signed him. I honestly don't think I've ever signed Stones before. So I'll put in a bid for him anyway. £17.5 million. And wait and see what Manchester City say. The chief executive says the deal looks like it could happen, so whenever I see that, it often means sometimes that they might accept a valuation deal. We'll wait and see what they say. Mauricio Lemos is someone who I've definitely never had before. The Uruguayan that plays for Las Palmas, and we'll put in a bid here for him and wait and see what they say. Another valuation bid, so £23 million. Oh, actually, we might not be able to afford that, but if the wage budget gets adjusted automatically, we probably could, because he's on a low salary right now. We'll put in a bid though and wait to see what they say. And also Marquinhos for PSG. Now he's the one I really want. 85 overall, 24 years old. He would be an absolutely amazing signing for us. And with his contract up come the end of the year, you know what I'm going to say again. It's the saying I've got on my channel right now. Cheapskate Doc's back at it again. Let's see if we can convince PSG to let the Brazilian go for less than his valuation. We'll put a bit of £20 million. They'll almost certainly reject it, but you never know. We'll wait and see what they say. And if we can sign a 24-year-old for under his valuation, that would be an absolute steal. What I was also thinking as well is that it might be a good idea to possibly look for a cam. With Gaston Ramirez in almost certainly his final season for the club, it might be a good idea to look for a replacement in the cam role, because Ward-Prowse is alright, but I kind of prefer him a little bit deeper than being a natural cam. So possibly a new cam for us. Ross Barkley, Halilovic and Quintero are the players on my shortlist right now. Now, of course, Barkley's the one I really want. Halilovic would be great as well, and Quintero is sort of the safety option for us. The only problem is the first two have got really high valuations, and not a real surprise as they're very good right now. The only way we could sign one of those two players is if we got a bid for Ramirez, which was acceptable, and we use the cash we got right now plus the money we get for the Uruguayan. So what I might do is put in a swap deal here and wait and see if we can get the clubs convinced to be persuaded for a Ramirez plus some cash deal, because Ramirez again is out of contract in the summer, but I highly doubt this is going to work. This is very wishful thinking, but we'll wait and see what the clubs say. You never know. So £23 million plus Ramirez for Barkley. I think we'll do the exact same as well with Halilovic too, because again, you got to remember Ramirez's true value right now is, I think it's £17 million, something like that, or £60 million, but really the club see that as less than £60 million due to the fact he's out of contract in the summer. So it's highly unlikely they'll accept these bids, but you never know. And again, I'd probably take this because Ramirez is a really good cam, but out of contract in the summer, he's probably not going to get a new deal. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. And for Quintero as well, I think I'll leave Quintero just for the time being and target the two big ones. So first advance then, and we get 5 emails back. So let's wait and see what the clubs say to the bids we just put in for their players. Any deals coming off? Nope, they've all been rejected, which is fantastic. Hamburg want £44.5 million plus Ramirez, which ain't going to happen for Halilovic. Everton aren't interested in Gaston Ramirez. PSG reject our bid for Marquinhos flat out. Las Palmas say they want £39.5 million for Lemos, and City want £29.5 million for Stones, which, to be fair, although we can't afford, does mean that the window is definitely open for us to possibly sign John Stones, because that's not a lot more than what we paid for, I should say what we offered City. So I will put in bids again for the 3 centre-backs. I think we'll leave the cams as they are and just target one of the centre-backs instead. Thinking about it, we won't bother with Marquinhos because he's valued at £30 million and we've only got £21 million at most in order to buy him, plus the salary too. So we'll leave Marquinhos where he is and just target Lemos and Stones as well. We'll put a bid for Lemos first. They want £39.5 million. Now, of course, we can't afford that. And come to think about it, we probably can't afford much more either than £23 million. So the wage budget is our friend with this deal because he's on such a low contract. But again, it's still going to be quite tough for us. What I'm thinking of doing is offering them Ben Gibson, who's on the transfer list right now, £3 million valuation, and just crossing my fingers and hoping that for some reason they'll want him. It's highly unlikely, but you never know. So we'll just put in a £24 million bid plus Ben Gibson. This is very unlikely to come off, but at least we'll know whether Las Palmas are interested in Gibson or not. Because if we come back and say we'll take £27 million plus Gibson, then we're in business. Otherwise, not worth doing again. But for City, again, £29.5 million for Stones. We could, again, probably not afford that, but we could probably barter and try and get him for the money we've got right now. Again, we'll have to adjust the wage budget though. We'll put in a bid of how do I want to play this? Let's go with £20 million. £20 million for John Stones and wait and see what Guardiola says. Because for £20 million, £2.5 million over his valuation, I'll definitely take that and that'll be a good signing. And let's move on to the next advance then, see what Las Palmas and Manchester City say. Hopefully Guardiola will accept £20 million for Stones. And as you can see, wow, how about that? Both clubs have accepted deals then. £24 million plus Ben Gibson for Las Palmas' Lemos. And for Stones, City are okay with £20 million. So how about that? I didn't think both deals would work. They have done. Ben Gibson, oh my goodness, Las Palmas really want the English centre-half, product of the Middlesbrough Academy. This is interesting. And Lemos doesn't want a high salary either. Only 25 grand a week for an 83 overall 22-year-old. That is very, very encouraging indeed. So we'll give him exactly what he wants and see what he says. I think this will be an absolute bargain. £24 million plus Gibson for him. That would be a great signing. And as for John Stones, £20 million, that would be an absolute bargain as well. But his salary, he wants 90 grand a week. And he is also 2 ratings lower than Lemos. And I think is he older as well? I'm pretty sure he's older too. I would like him for him being English, because you guys know I like to sign players who come from the same nation as the club. Got a whole series designated to that called Club and Country. New episode this morning if you want to check it out. I don't know, do I want to put in a bit for Stones now? Because I might as well just settle on Lemos, surely. In fact, we might not be able to afford it with the wage budget. Okay, we can adjust it. To be honest, I think I'd rather Lemos. You know, he may not be English, but it looks like a better deal. Well, we've offered contracts, and we shall wait and see what the clubs say. But I've got to be honest here, my mind is almost definitely made up. For me, Mauricio Lemos seems like the better signing. So we can sign either player here then, John Stones or Mauricio Lemos. Honestly, I really do believe that Mauricio will be the better signing, and he's got better hair. He's 2 years younger even than John Stones. He's 2 ratings higher. And yes, he's £4 million more, plus we're letting him have Ben Gibson, but his wages are a lot less, and I don't know, to me, I really do feel like Lemos will be the better signing. I really don't know, because I would like Stones again for him being English, but I do believe that Lemos will be quite a good deal for us. And again, for £24 million, only £1 million over his valuation, and Gibson, who we're not using anyway. I mean, my mind's basically made up here, but I'm just thinking Stones might be kind of cool with him being English. But you know what? I think we're going to go for Lemos. I may not have had Stones before, I don't know, but I've certainly never had this guy before. I like variety. I like it to be different every now and then with new players coming in my series. So I'm going to sign Mauricio Lemos for £24 million plus Ben Gibson, and he is going to be our final signing, surely, with Middlesbrough on deadline day. And the Stones deal would have been a good deal for us too, but I think this one's even better. So Mauricio comes in, we'll take him, and he looks like an absolute bargain for us. And look at this too, £120 million spent on new players, and almost £100 million raised on selling players as well. So it's all changed at the Riverside Stadium for our 3rd season. This is going to be a really, really awesome year for us, I feel. And when you look at our budget right now, it's almost definitely done. I don't really feel like we'll have any money left over whatsoever to sign in new players, or anyone good, I should say. So I think we're going to leave it there. There is 7 hours left on the clock. We do still have George Friend on the transfer list, and also Gaston Ramirez as well, but I think they'll probably end up staying as no bids have come in so far, and that will most likely do it for us. And for George Friend as well, he has been on the transfer list for as long as I can remember. You know, this guy has been on the transfer list for as long as I can remember, but he doesn't want to leave the club. He's a team player. He wants to stay despite being 30 years old now. He's still got, I think, 2 years left on his deal as well, so I don't think we'll ever see the back of George Friend. Although, just as I've said that, there is an email here, and I will laugh quite a lot if this is a transfer offer for George Friend. It just had to happen, didn't it? The next advance on deadline day, we get a transfer offer for George Friend, and it's over his valuation as well. QPR want to take him for £1.5 million. We say yes to this deal. I mean, there's little time to sign a replacement left back here. We don't really need one, because we got Matt Target. Obviously, DeCilio's our first choice left back as well. So yeah, Friend is going to go to Loftus Road for £1.5 million. That is just so typical. Although actually, when it does come down to a replacement for George Friend, if we were to look for one, I have scouted this guy in the free agents list. He's 69 overall, 21 years old, £1.3 million valuation. Physically not too bad whatsoever, and he's on the free agents list. He's 21 years old, 6'4", Brazilian, medium high work rates and 4-star skills as well. So, I mean, why not pick him up on a free, right? We've already got one player in our team signed on a free agent. That was Traore. Why not this guy as well? So, Edison da Silva Barbosa, we could sign this guy on a free. And yeah, as a replacement for George Friend, only 3 ratings lower and also 9 years younger. He looks like a pretty decent signing on a free transfer. So, let's advance then. 1 hour left on the calendar. 1 hour left on the calendar. 1 hour more on the calendar. And as you can see, 4 hours left now. And the Silva Barbosa declined his contract. The Friend did get sold then for £1.5 million, which is just typical. So George Friend is gone. You know, obviously that's fine with me. He's getting on now, and I'm okay with that. But the Silva Barbosa did decline his contract. He wants to know his role at his club. Well, he's not really going to get much game time. He's going to be our third choice left back behind Chilio and Target. So we'll just say how it is, sporadic first team player, and see what he says to this one. And as we advance 1 more hour, we should get confirmation he accepts his contract. And there you are. 5-year deal, 10 grand a week. I knew he'd say yes to that because 69 overall in the free agents list right now. Where else is he going? He's going to come in there. We've still got John Stones waiting on deadline day. He's got his bags packed right now. He's ready to lead the Etihad, but it's obviously not going to happen now, is it? So we might just reject it, to be honest. I don't know why, but I always like leaving it on stalled until it goes away naturally. But anyway, he can go now. And the Silva Barbosa is going to come in on a free transfer. Not quite as high profile as John Stones, but we'll still take it on a free to go alongside Traore. Another sign in there gives us more depth. And again, to sell George Friend and get this guy in, it's like what we did with Traore. You know, we sold Julian Desart for £6 million and then signed a guy on a free agent who may be, you know, who may be less overall, but is younger and could possibly have more potential as well. And for this case, surely too. So yeah, in comes the guy's name I already forgot, the Silva Barbosa, I think it is. He looks pretty decent, and again, a reminder of his stats right there. 4-star skills, 2-star weak foot, I think it was, medium high work rate, 6'4", and has he got a tag as well? He's got a tag. Oh, showing great potential as well, that's good too. So showing great potential, which means his potential will be between 80 to 84. So yeah, a pretty good signing there on a free agent. And again, Cheapskate Dogs back at it again, looking for those best deals, and I'll take this one every day of the week. And so that is going to be that then. No more emails, and deadline day is going to end here. If you want to pause on your club and see what they did throughout the summer transfer window, feel free. £120 million then spent in total on new players. Liverpool almost got close to us with £118 million there. And I got to say, you know, I'm really happy with the business we've done in this summer transfer window. You know, I really am. When you think about the deals we completed, that's the main thing you need to think about here, as you raised £101 million for player sales in the summer transfer window. When you think about the deals we completed, the bargains we had in this summer transfer window, there's quite a few. You know, there's quite a few. We only spent over the valuation, if I remember, on one player, and that was with Gabriel Barbosa. I'm pretty sure every other player was under the valuation or valuation. We completed some absolute steals in the summer transfer window, and I'll run through the transfer negotiations page right now too, just to show you the full list of what we did in this summer transfer window. You know, I'm very happy with this, I really am, because when you think about it, you know, we raised £55.5 million for Vieto, but when it came down to signings, João Cancelo, £22 million under his valuation. Who else do we sign? Traore for a free. Bongonda, £13 million under his valuation. Gabriel Barbosa, that was the one over the valuation. We also signed Salah under his valuation as well. Barbosa on a free, and of course Lemos, oh, that was just over his valuation as well. But either way, some absolute steals here, absolute steals. And we also shipped on some Deadwood too. Friend, Coulson, who was going nowhere. Fabio out of contract in the summer. Fisher out of contract in the summer. And Tep injury prone. Desai out of contract in the summer. And of course Vieto out of form. I think we did some great business in the summer transfer window. So leave a comment today, guys, and rate my transfer business out of 10. What would you say for this summer transfer window? Because to be honest, I'm being 100% honest here, I think this is 10 out of 10 stuff. I really do. Some of the deals we pulled off in this deadline day, in the transfer window, were absolutely fantastic. So leave me a comment. How do you rate my business out of 10? Oh, Brian, I can't come and join you for Chile. I ain't got the time, bruv. Leave a comment. Tell me what you rate my transfer business out of 10. I have to say it's a 10 out of 10 for me. I think personally we did some great deals, and the future is looking really bright with Middlesbrough, and I believe we got a serious chance of winning the title this season. We've got a really good squad, and I'm looking forward to season 3. And now that deadline day is out of the way, we made 2 signings. We are now into the live game in today's episode, where we take on Chelsea at the Riverside Stadium. We have won our first 2. Chelsea have won 1, and they've also lost 1 as well. And I gotta say, this is quite an interesting game for us, because if you remember last season, we lost to Chelsea at Riverside Stadium, and that was sort of the turning point of our season in the second half. We weren't playing too well, but we were just on the back of beating Arsenal. We were starting to believe once again we could win the title. We lost to Chelsea, and then things started to fall apart quite quickly. So I guess this is time for revenge, really, and it's going to be quite an exciting game. When is our first Champions League game, by the way? Oh, it's against Anderlecht. Okay, fair enough. After the Spurs game. So here we go. It's Chelsea for the first game of today's episode. We are at the Riverside Stadium, and you know, just before I move on, I want to say real quickly, guys, you know, the support on the series so far has been great. I really do appreciate it very, very much. And you know, I just want to say real quickly, I do know that the views have been dropping on this series quite a bit, which is a bit of a shame, because I'm having a lot of fun with this series already. You know, it's really, really fun. We're only 3 seasons in, and hopefully we can get to about 5 or 6 minimum. But you know, the support has always been great on this series, and I really do appreciate that very much. It's great to know you guys are still really enjoying the series, even though a lot of the viewers have fallen away now. But if there is anything I'm doing wrong, then could you please let me know in the comment section down below. If there's anything you'd like to see different in this series, do let me know in the comment section down below, because as I said in this morning's episode, you know, I've been doing YouTube for 5.5 years now. It's always disappointing to me to see viewers drop off, but I hope people know, if they do start losing interest in the series, they still know that at least I'm trying my very best for them. So if there's anything you'd like to see different in this series, do let me know, and I'd like to read your suggestions and feedback in the comment section down below. So here we go then, live game today's episode. We take on Chelsea. Let's end today's episode on a real big positive and get a win here against the Blues here at the Riverside Stadium. Come on the boys, a debut goal for Lamos, that'd be great as well. Let's see what we can do. Come on Middlesbrough. So still waiting for the first proper chance of the game, past the quarter of an hour mark here. Wouldn't mind a draw in this game, but of course to make it 3 wins out of 3 and a big win here against Chelsea too, what a start that would be for the Borough. So Diego finds De Chilio there, and De Chilio plays it inside towards Daron. There's a man out wide there in Salah, and that's a great ball by Daron as well. Can Salah control? Yes, he can. Can he get inside? That's the question. Yes, he can. Still Salah on the ball, goes for goal. Begovic saves it, and Diego's coming in, and it's headed behind for a corner. Salah through towards Cancelo down the right-hand side. Our new right-side partnership here as Cancelo turns on the afterburners. He's caught up, but he'll play it back inside towards Salah. He'll go for goal. Oh my goodness, that's going to go up for a throw-in, isn't it? Wow. Salah trying to score against one of his former clubs. Couldn't even hit the target. That was terrible. So badly want a goal, man. Seriously, I do not want to have a 0-0 draw in the last game of today's episode. So someone's going to score at some point. Who's it going to be, though? Menendez on the ball, down left-hand side. Tries to take it around Branislav, and does. Slides it through towards Barbosa. Barbosa now on the ball, the Brazilian. Still Barbosa. What's he going to do here? Still Barbosa. I need someone to make a good run, but everyone's so static at the moment. Come on. Barbosa towards Cancelo. There's a good supporting run. Cancelo crosses, and there's a man at the far post, and Saido nods it in, and it's 1-0 to the Borough, and we take the lead just before, well, not the half-time mark, but with 10 minutes to go, I suppose. 32nd minute, Saido gets the goal. Cancelo with a great cross to the middle, and that was his weaker foot as well, the left foot. Whips it to the far post. Don't know who was supposed to be marking Berahino, but he couldn't get to him, and it's a diving header from Saido as he gets a face full of Begovic's crotch, and it's Saido with a goal, and it's 1-0 to the Borough. His second of the year, and we'll take it. Great stuff. We got bailed out there, though, by a fantastic cross from João Cancelo, because that attack ended up coming to nothing. It was really bad offense. We just lost basically any kind of real run and attacking movement. But fortunately, a great cross found Berahino at the far post, who did the rest. And now Menendez is on the ball here, and a great chance here to possibly get ourselves 2 goals in front, and that's a penalty, surely. Referee, thank you very much. Menendez taken down, and a spot kick for the Borough, and that could be a straight red. No, it's a yellow. That's the right decision. No need for a red card there. And we've got a chance to double our lead just after taking the lead. Menendez storms inside, gets taken down. It's an awful, awful challenge, and it is a definite penalty, no doubt about that. You can see my manager avatar was furious there on the touchline, and we've won ourselves a spot kick. I think it's Saido, yes it is, he's standing up to take it. He is our usual penalty kick taker. Can he score here against Begovic? Going to go to the top left, because that is the safety net, and he finds it, and it's 2-0 to the Borough. Berahino with an early brace, and this has been a great way to end the first half. Begovic trying to put him off here, but Saido has ice in his veins, picks out the top corner. Well, not really the top corner, but good enough. It finds the back of the net. That's now his 3rd of the season. 5 already for Saido and Gabriel Barbosa, so a good start for the boys up top. Our new look strike duo, 2-0 to the Borough. What a start to this game. Oh wow, so poor touch there, and another chance here on the break as Berahino finds Barbosa with a fake shot, gets round 1, has Berahino in support here. Saido could be through for a first half hat-trick. Oh, what a start for Saido Berahino. He is just on fire, and it's Middlesbrough 3, Chelsea 0, a first half hat-trick for Saido. He's out of breath, he's doing all the work right now. Saido with 3 of all 3 of our goals. What a finish. Quick little fake shot by Barbosa to beat his man, slides it through to his strike partner, takes it round his, and from just outside the area, finesses it in to the top corner. Begovic is beaten. What a strike by Saido. You know, that was a really nice goal, to be honest. Very, very nice indeed. Quick little fake shot by Barbosa, setting up his strike partner. He took it round the last man, and what a finish as well. Middlesbrough 3, Chelsea 0. We are making a statement right now. We are laying down the gauntlet as Berahino gets his 4th of the Premier League already. We want to be title winners this year. We threw it away last year. I choked on the final day. It's not going to happen this year, though. I'm sure we can go on to win the title this year. We've got a great squad, and we are proving it already. Menendez through the gap towards Derone, and we're all storming forward here, looking for a 4th goal. Ward-Prowse, not a bad ball towards Salah. Oh, he's lost out here. Who was that? Alonso, I think it was. Salah cuts the inside. Can he score against his former club? Great save by Begovic, and Ivanovic clears. That should have been 4. Well, how about that for a first half then? Nothing for quite some time, and then out of nowhere, bang, Saido Berahino explodes and scores 3 goals in 5 minutes. Gets himself a hat-trick in the first half. What a performance from him up top. We lead by 3. What a great first half. It's a good little ball through towards Marcos Alonso, and Chelsea could be through here. Alonso on the ball, tries to cross. It will drop down to his teammate, and Henry de Hoover Davis makes a great block, but the shot comes in anyway, and it's just wide the post. Derone's header finds Ward-Prowse, and a chance on the break here. Ward-Prowse on the ball, has Berahino with him. Menendez out wide too. It'll come towards Diego, and I need Ward-Prowse to make the right run here, but instead it'll be a dummy runner as De Schiller receives the ball. Back towards Derone. We'll take the free kick there, referee. Thank you very much. Wait, what? Why didn't we get a free kick? I stopped playing. I was waiting for the advantage to stop, and for some reason the referee said play on. Fair enough. Derone through towards Salah. Cancelo even. Cancelo back towards Derone. He'll go for goal from range. Why not Derone? Just wide the post. Why do we get a free kick? Here's De Schiller on the ball looking for Diego, and Diego, not a bad first touch. Oh, Diego coming inside. Diego, please score this one. Great save by Begovic. That first touch was great, but the Bosnian denies him. Skill goals in this year's FIFA are so hard, but Diego tries his best, but we still lead by 3, and it looks like that's how the game is going to finish as well. Go on, Menendez. Get back. Yes, Diego Menendez. I love this guy. I really, really do. He's not produced as many moments of magic as Ryan Talla and Marcano and players like that have done, but he's still been a really great player for us. And he just works so hard. That's the best thing about Menendez. He works so hard as well. And we've won ourselves a free kick. Let's see if I can catch Begovic out like I did with Forster against Southampton. Probably not, but you never know. It's worth a go anyway. It could prove to be a speciality in this series. Diego to take this one then. Whip it into the middle. I think it'll be the Bosnians' ball, and it's into the side netting. I'm going to keep doing that. Diego. I like that as possibly a speciality. That was very unlucky. And there it is then, final score at the Riverside Stadium, and we make a statement in this game. Middlesbrough 3, Chelsea 0, Conte's side brushed aside as we collect all 3 points and make it 3 wins out of 3 to start the season. And for Saido Berahino, it was 3 goals for him, and he gets the match ball as well. A 5-minute hat-trick, I think it was. Absolutely crazy. Surely the quickest I've ever scored on my channel. It was unbelievable. He scored a penalty, a nice finesse shot from range, and also a header as well. A great performance by him and the team, 3-0 to the Borough, and a great way to end special episode number 50. And a deserved win as well, in my opinion. Chelsea had a couple of chances in the second half, but I feel the damage was done from the first half, really. 9 shots, 6 on target, 57% possession, and a 3-0 scoreline as well, and a much deserved 3 points. No surprises for man of the match, and a perfect 10 as well for Saido getting a hat-trick. Delighted with that. What a performance. Of course, last year was partnered with Vieto, this year with Barbosa. Maybe Berahino thinks that despite our new strikers coming in, he's the guy that's going to bang in the goals this year and be our top scorer. And I could show you any 3 goals for the moment in the match, but instead I'll give it to the third one, which I actually thought was really, really nice. A great little move by Barbosa with the fake shot, took it around his man, found Berahino, and what a finish that was too, into the top corner. It was quite a nice goal, that one. Not sure it was contended for goal of the season or not, but very, very nice finish right into the top corner. Picked that one out, Begovic. A great strike and a great game from Berahino. And that will end today's special episode of the FIFA 17 career mode, guys. So a massive thank you for watching. I really do hope you have enjoyed the special episode number 50. Once again, I want to say a big thank you for supporting the series so far. I really do appreciate it very, very much. And I hope you guys did enjoy this special episode. As a thank you from me to you to say thank you for all the appreciation shown on the series so far. So much love to you all. Have a fantastic Sunday evening. And I'll see you for the next episode of the FIFA 17 career mode very soon.